Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. Next month we're going to be talking about FTL Faster Than Light. I'm your host, Boston, playing this on the personal computer, joined as always by Moonpeer.
Howdy, I currently am playing on the Ally. That will change.
Okay. The ROG Ally, not the ROG Ally X, just to specify the confusing naming conventions.
Yes.
So why is it not a supernatural experience on the Ally?
No, so it does not have default controller support by anything, so it does the
Sure.
translation of controller into mouse and keyboard essentially.
Okay.
But the issue I'm having is I don't have access to any of the shortcut buttons.
That is a problem, yeah.
If I want to fire my lasers, don't I took all my effort to not make the meme reference.
Yep.
I have to click each one individually, highlight the thing I want to shoot, and then unpause it. It's like essentially, so I have to play it, but so I can't just hit like 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't multi-select. I can't do any of that stuff. It's like one by one, and it has the mouse acceleration where it starts slow, and by the time you hit it, it's going so fast that you overshoot the thing that you're trying to click on. So then it's just like, oh well, oops.
Yeah.
Here we go again, I guess.
It's one of those ones people always ask for, like, when is FTL going to come to consoles? It's like, never. Like, it's just, you need a touch screen or you need a keyboard and mouse. It was just not built for that whatsoever.
Yep.
So that makes sense. I was hoping that, I have heard that the tablet versions, the Android and iOS tablet versions are really good, but I think that's because they changed them to be touchpad support. So
touch controls. Yes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if my version of the Ally has a touchscreen or not. I might have to check that out.
Oh, interesting.
If it has a touchscreen, problem solved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If it doesn't have a touchscreen, no problem solved.
Yeah. So I believe when we were talking about playing this game for this season, I think you were saying that you hadn't played FTL before. Is that correct?
No, I played it. I just haven't played it a lot.
Okay. Okay.
I could have sworn did we potentially play this for Game Club at some point? I don't know. I feel like I played it as part of the show.
It was on Game Club. It's been a considerable amount of time since if we played it. I don't remember who was on Game Club at that point. But it has been quite a while since we've played it for any of the shows. So how
2016.
2016. Okay, so just a hot decade. So
why are you gonna phrase it like that, bro?
In the 1900s. How are you finding, now that we're kind of playing it after playing a lot of other roguelikes, and we're playing part of the reason why I wanted us to play this on the show is a number of roguelikes and roguelites that we have played have been directly inspired by, I don't think FTL invented it, but I think they have popularized it. What we have considered constantly called the FTL style map. We saw it last game with City of Beats, and that was the thing that really was the catalyst for me to say, hey, we should really check out one of the like Hall of Fame roguelikes of all time in FTL. How are you feeling going into FTL now that we have so much more roguelike and roguelite experience?
Honestly, like, it feels familiar, but also extremely difficult, just like it previously was. Like, to be honest, it was definitely one of those. It was one of those games that it has its hardness to it, its difficulty.
Yep.
Famously.
Yep.
And I still think it is difficult.
For sure.
Genuinely still difficult. But I think it seems to have leaned a bit more into the whole meta progression thing, especially with the advanced stuff on, the advanced edition turned on. where it's like, oh hey, guess what? Like now you can, all you got to do is hit this small thing, and then all of a sudden you get, a much bigger ship, more crew, more whatever it
Different
is, like meta
layouts.
progression. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that seems to be a big difference to it, and I actually kind of like it. Like I'm not a huge fan of the basic ship that you start with, but the B version of that ship I absolutely love.
Yeah. And there's a much clearer unlock progression for ships now too. It's basically, hey, you want the next ship? Just beat the
Hmm.
game with the previous ship, and you'll unlock the next one.
Yep.
You want the one
And
after
sometimes
that?
it's not even beat the game. Sometimes it's just make it to the next galaxy.
Yeah, and thankfully, the original unlock requirements for ships are still in there. But if you can't get the RNG to kind of perfectly line up to get the events to line up correctly, you can just quote unquote just beat the game with the previous ship, and you'll unlock the next one. Kind of go down the kind of flow chart there. Um, I find myself feeling a little bit more confident in this game overall. I'm still not good at it. I feel like I'm getting
Yes.
better, but I definitely see our roguelike experience paying off in this game of like, no, I don't just make a beeline to the exit. I need to like zigzag and like really farm
Yes.
as much as I can. I really need to make good decisions about what I'm upgrading and what the most valuable systems and subsystems are, and how I should be
Hmm.
staffing those and who I should be staffing those with. And I know that sounds obvious to people that have been playing this since 2012, but like I can, for myself, I can definitely feel the difference between, oh, I wasn't playing the game the right way back then, and I feel like I'm playing it much more intelligently now. I still haven't beaten the game because the flagship is still really hard. Um, but I feel like I'm better prepared when I'm going into at least the last zone, if not the last fight, of like, okay, maybe I have a fighting chance instead of like, okay, do your worst. I'm just going to lose. Like I feel much more confident now, which I think is a far cry from where I felt before.
I mean, yeah, that's also what happens after you do a show about Isaac for a year and a half, and then you do a show
Exactly.
about roguelikes for like 6 years, bro.
Yeah. So it's that was my kind of concern going into this game, was sort of like, man, this game is really hard, and I played it a lot, and I never finished a single run, even on easy. Am I just going to spend the next month beating my head against the wall and just saying like, yeah, this game is still hard, and I didn't come anywhere close to beating it. And I felt much better this time, and felt kind of much better prepared throughout the entire thing. I did,
Yeah.
however, completely blow out my save when I started this, because I wanted to start the game from the beginning.
Oh, you started fresh.
Yeah, I started completely fresh. I had, I think, all of the ships unlocked. I had most of the layouts unlocked and everything. But I really did want to see what the game was like at the beginning, and how much. I remember playing this originally thinking like, oh, there wasn't really that much meta progression. It was really about, you're unlocking ship layouts and additional ships and stuff, but it really is, how well can you play each individual run. And I think I sort of, coming into this, discounted how much variation there is in the additional ship layouts, because obviously the additional ships are different, but the sort of ABC layouts for the ships, I think, were a little bit more impactful than I really thought, than I kind of remembered them being. I don't know, like, I'm just playing FTL reminds me like, yeah, man, this game is still really incredible. Like it did so much for the genre, and did so much, I think, to introduce so many people to roguelikes that you kind of see the DNA in this game throughout so many of the other things we have played, and not just the map stuff, but kind of the approach to
The random
storytelling.
encounters.
Yeah, the encounters, like how each different type of enemy ship has different like base level rooms to it, or like there's that long green ship that has an overshield and then has its normal shields, and then you can damage the hull. Like, that sounds small, but you know, when this came out in 2012, especially with how approachable it was, um, I think it I think it was really impactful, because if you think about 2012, a roguelike contemporary to this that was massive would have been Dwarf Fortress, which is famously or infamously very hard to get into. And having
Yes.
FTL be like, it runs on anything, even in 2012, you just got any sort of, you know, pile of crap laptop, it's going to run on that. You can pause it, and runs don't runs genuinely don't take super duper long. You're not going to have a 20-hour run that's going to fail spectacularly. If you have an hour-long run, you're probably doing really well, and you're probably getting to the end.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to see all of the kind of seeds being planted in 2012 that I think we're really continuing to see blooming here in 2026. And big shout out to Ben Prunty again. The soundtrack is killer. It's still so good.
The soundtrack is still incredible. Like, it's unreal how good it is.
And I think, going back to playing this, Ben Prunty also, he's done a ton of soundtracks, but he also did the soundtrack for Into the Breach. And I think, for me, a big part of the success of FTL genuinely was and is the soundtrack, that it kind of manages to really balance this down-tempo, kind of solid background level of music when you're kind of exploring, and having the genuinely really good and individual enemy race battle themes as you're fighting the different races. It's so good. I am relieved coming back to this and realizing, yeah, FTL's still really good, man. Like, I have had now 2-3 hour streams just completely disappear, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sad to see this stream go, because I could just keep sitting here and playing, just do one more run, man. Just do one more run for the rest of the day.
How have you found it on stream, by the way? You've been playing it a lot during stream. Like, I know there's a couple of community members who are like, hey, bro, we're like pros at this game. It's like,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way above my level.
Yeah, like, big shout out to Crazy Cat Gentleman in our community, especially on our Discord. That's sort of like, I have played this game a lot since it came out, and just off the top of my head, here are some incredibly invaluable tips for. And my question was to our community was like, you know, all of my runs have been okay, but I have always sort of felt scrap poor. And if you're not playing FTL, scrap is really your currency. So it's going to be the thing you use to buy weapons and fuel and ammo and repair your hull and, like, get new crew members. It's the one currency that powers everything. And my question sort of was, what do you do to maximize the amount of scrap that you're getting in a run? And Crazy Cat Gentleman went out and just basically gave the Bible of, here's how you win a run, like sort of above and beyond the initial question. So a lot of that was really helpful, of like, focus on these things and don't focus on these things. Like, don't worry about powering your med bay if you can get yourself to 3 shields. And, like, don't worry about weapons that use missiles, because that's going to cost you money to get those. You could use that money in a better way, like maybe buying more burst laser weapons or buying stuff that's going to fire faster and more often than having to juggle another currency and another kind of a thing that might cost you money or time. So try that in the next week here and see how that stuff pays off. But any final thoughts here for week 1 of FTL, Moon?
No, it's a great game. I need to remember to see if my touchscreen thing works.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if a touchscreen will.
Because if it's touchscreen, that's a game changer. That
Yeah.
means like, hey, this thing is it's like on that device and it will be used consistently then.
Especially if you can map a button to spacebar to pause it. It's like, all right, I can just push A or like even just down on the D-pad and like I can do all my touchpad stuff on pause. Let's keep going. Like,
yeah. I did also remember the I already did that. Left trigger is my pause.
Oh, perfect.
I did remember that, hey, I've got a fire in these 3 rooms. I'm just going to move everyone out of it and just close the door, open the doors to space.
Yeah, just vent it
space. I remembered about the game.
Yep.
Which is just like, oh, I forgot about this, and now I remembered, and it's great.
All these good little tips. Yep. All right. Well, hopefully everybody is enjoying maybe playing FTL for the first time, coming back to FTL. Like I said earlier, you can run this on basically anything, and typically it's like $2.50 on Steam. If you don't already own it from like one of 30 bundles that it's come in over the last 14 years. So if you haven't played FTL before, I really recommend it. I think it's kind of an all-time classic roguelike. And I think it's definitely one of those kind of required reading roguelike games. So hopefully everyone's enjoying it, and we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.